in lots of luxury at the moment. So we're going to start today's luxury webinar. I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves. So Sunny, you're going last today. So if you can just tell us who you are, where you're from and your prize, please.
Thank you very much, Sarah. So I am Sunibel Orr with the Ocean Club, a Four Seasons resort in the Bahamas. I've had the pleasure of working at this beautiful resort for the last 10 years, so I'm very proud of representing this beautiful and gorgeous property. And the prize, I believe, was was it a credit? Was it that we were doing, or yeah?
£50, $60. Yeah.
Yes, £50 is what we're offering as a prize.
Super. Thank you very much. We also have Nancy. Nancy, hello.
Hi, I'm Nancy. I represent the Sonesta resorts on beautiful Sint Maarten. So I'll take you on a trip through our resorts there today. And we have a $60 or £50 prize as well for you. So listen carefully.
Thank you very much, Nancy. And we also have Jill. Jill, hello.
Hi, so I'm Jill from JA Resorts and Hotels. So I'm going to take you through one of our Dubai properties today and also Maldives. And we also have a £50 voucher today. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Jill. Okay, listen carefully, everybody. Jill, it's all yours. And we will be asking you a little question towards the end.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so JA Resorts and Hotels then, we have properties in Dubai, Maldives and Seychelles. And the first one I'll take you through today is JA Palm Tree Court that's based in Dubai. So JA Palm Tree Court sits within JA the resort. As you can see from this picture, we've got a lovely stretch of private beach there. Lots of green, lush areas. You can see our marina there in the background. And the whole resort sits within equidistant from Dubai and Abu Dhabi airport, so flight lift is very, very easy in either direction. And it's also 10 minutes from Dubai Parks, 15 minutes from the marina and 30 minutes from the downtown area of Dubai. So JA Palm Tree Court is made up of 212 suites. They're scattered across 10 villas, all Mediterranean in style, and they're made up of junior suites, one-bedroom suites and two-bedroom suites. So these pictures here show the junior suite product. So they're split into 4 categories. So garden view and sea view, and then the garden terrace and beachfront terrace, quite unique because these are based on the ground floor. So rather than having a balcony, guests can open the door straight out onto the terrace and into the gardens and very close to the beach and the ocean side there as well. The rooms are quite large. You can see there that they have the sofa bed in the room, so they can actually accommodate 2 adults and 2 children under 12, and they actually pull out into twin beds, so we don't have the kids fighting over the quilt. Each child actually has their own bed, which is really good. They've got lovely sized bathrooms as well, with egg-shaped bathtubs and walk-in showers, so very, very popular for both couples and families. If you have guests that want a little bit more luxury, our sea view one-bedroom suites are double the size of the junior suite. They've got 2 full-size bathrooms, and you've got a connecting door that separates the bedroom from the living room area. So beautiful product. Now, being part of our suite product, we also give guests the access to our club lounge. This is the interior of the lounge, so you can have drinks and snacks in the lounge throughout the day. Our lounge product also comes with a private pool, and this swimming pool is open just for the guests that are staying in any of our suites throughout the resort. So you've got your drinks and snacks through the day, happy hour with canapes in the evening, and as I say, the access to the pool. In addition, we do have 1 villa at Palm Tree Court, which is known as the Residence. The decor and the style of this product is very different to what you've just seen, but what's unique about it, it comes with this whole host of added values. So we include the return airport transfers. There's a dedicated butler service, and you can see that whole host of added values there that the guests will receive as part of their stay, and this really does enhance the experience. Moving on to dining, throughout the resort and across the 3 hotels that sit within the resort, we've got 25 restaurants and bars, and we offer our all-inclusive option on a dine-around basis. Equally the same with the half-board offering as well. So we do include our a la carte restaurants within the dine-around programme. Now, just to highlight a few restaurants, the image that you can see here is our Italian restaurant, and this has beautiful panoramic views around the resort, an amazing cuisine and exceptional service. Equally, we have Kinara, which is our award-winning Indian restaurant, and it's a concept created by Vikas Khanna, who himself is a Michelin star chef, and it's definitely an experience not to be missed while you're in the resort. White Orchid is Asian fusion cuisine, again, an incredibly popular restaurant within the resort itself, and this one is actually situated within Palm Tree Court itself. In terms of activities, we've got plenty on offer. The swimming pool that you see here is exclusively for the guests staying at Palm Tree Court, but throughout the resort, we've got 8 temperature-controlled swimming pools, and the guests can utilise all the facilities within the 3 properties, but this one here uniquely just for the guests at Palm Tree Court. To go through just a few highlights in terms of the activities, we have our own in-house golf course, which is a 9-hole championship course. It also has a golf academy, which is there for beginners to the game, or also those that are experienced and want to improve their game concept. There's all sorts of high-tech equipment there that will help you to improve your game, or you can simply play on the mini golf that we have for a little bit of fun in the resort with the family. We've also got tennis courts and tennis academy, and this is actually floodlit, so you can play in the evening when it's a little bit cooler as well. And we also have our equestrian centre. Now, this is there for very much an interactive thing. So you can have a lesson in the equestrian centre. We have a lovely excursion called Swimming with Horses, where you go to a dedicated area in the marina, and it's a really nice excursion. If you've got family there, and when we've got multi-generational guests, there is a little coffee shop there, so you can actually go and watch the kiddies having their riding lessons if you wish. We've got a water sports centre as well, which services the entire resort, and a huge array of both motorised and non-motorised motorised activities on offer. For our younger guests, we've got JA Splash, which is our little water park there. We've also got a splash pad as well for the tiny tots, which is covered and shaded so we can shield them from the sun. And then we've got the kids club and the creche. So the kids club is complimentary for guests from 4 to 12, and the creche is chargeable, and we take the children there from as young as 4 months up to 4 years. We are in the process of repositioning our offering at Palm Tree Court. So we're actually elevating our service levels. We have Forbes on property at the moment doing exceptional training with all of our team. And we are aiming for the 5-star rating from Forbes for this property. The butler service that we offer within the residence building will be extended to other areas of Palm Tree Court. So that will obviously help raising that service level to the guests. We're also refurbishing the buffet restaurant, which will take place during the summer when we're in the low season in Dubai. Club Jamana, which is where we have the gym and the locker room facilities for the tennis and the golf, also has a restaurant there, so that will also undergo a refurbishment and promises to be absolutely exceptional when that's completed. The other really exciting thing that we're doing is our new state-of-the-art sport complex. So our current facility, you have to go on a main road, so it's a short shuttle service to and from the resort and the Centre of Excellence. Once we have the new facility in place, it will be right in front of one of the sister properties, JA Lakeview, still within the same resort, and it means it'll then be connected to the resort directly, so we can actually get there much easier on a buggy, and obviously the facilities will be more up to date. And yeah, we're really excited about that one. That will actually be fully completed by Q4. So it's very much underway, and we're looking forward to sharing more details on that with you as and when that facility is completed. Moving then over to Maldives, so JA Manafaru. It's located in the northernmost atoll, and getting there, we've actually got two ways of reaching it. Either the seaplane experience, which is very much on everyone's bucket list. It's a 70-minute journey, and we have two scheduled services every day in either direction. Guests will be greeted by our team on arrival in the Maldives and escorted to our lounge facility before they board the seaplane. If those services don't connect, we have two domestic airports in the north, and we obviously have several connections then with a domestic flight plus a speedboat. Either way, on arrival at the island, the arrival experience is exceptional. The guest is welcomed with a welcome drink by our senior team, and the check-in is actually done in the villa. Each villa has its own private pool, and we have 84 in total. This is our entry-level beach villa. So you can see the private pool, very private garden. The bedroom is open plan, bedroom and living area, and we can accommodate 2 adults and 2 young children in these rooms. You can see at the bottom picture there, you go out into the garden, which is made purely of sand, and then you've got direct access to the beach. We also have dining gazebos in all of the rooms. Now, this is actually the deluxe beach villa, but in the entry-level room, the dining gazebo is very similar. So in-villa dining is an exceptional experience. You can see as well here the larger pool associated with the larger room, and this one actually has a separate living room and bedroom area, and is perfect for families because you've then got the 2 separate sleeping areas. Our water villas are 2 categories, sunrise and sunset, which is fairly self-explanatory. You've got your own private pool and decking area, direct access to the ocean, and open plan living space, as you can see. We also have 3 residences on the island. So this is the 2-bedroom ocean residence. It has an exceptional swimming pool, lovely living space, which you can see in the picture at the bottom, a bedroom either side, each one with their own ensuite, and the most amazing sunsets on the island. The beach residence and the island residence are also absolutely exceptional. Lots of living space downstairs and up above, which then gives you stunning views out to the ocean. They each come with a private pool to the master bedroom, a shared family pool, which you can actually properly swim in, and they also have their own spa pavilion as well, with sauna, steam room, and also couples treatment area. In terms of dining, again, we're very flexible. It's a dine-around basis with half board, full board in this case as well, and also an all-inclusive option. And all of our restaurants are a la carte. So Ocean Grill is our fine dining restaurant with meat and fish from the grill. The cellar is also another exceptional experience, and it was the first wine cellar in the Maldives. White Orchid is very much focused on Japanese cuisine, and Vili Bar, which is perfect for your sundowners and fresh juices through the day. Andiamo Bistro is positioned around one of our swimming pools. It's a lagoon style pool, and the restaurant here is very much Mediterranean themed. We've also got the pizza ovens and free ice cream. Kakuni is our all-day dining restaurant, which is also a la carte, and obviously you can see their lovely setting there with the beach and the ocean beyond. In terms of relaxing, we've got an amazing spa with 10 individual treatment rooms, and obviously the guests can enjoy the relaxation and privacy of those rooms and the relaxation areas. We very much focus as well on yoga. We have complimentary classes every day for the guests, and then we also introduce this meditation path, which is very much an individual yoga experience, which is connected to the spa. The bottom picture there, you can see our alchemy bar, where you can make bathtub teas, lip balms and deodorants, which are all made from homegrown produce from our gardens, so they're fully organic. And this is then connecting us on to our Wellness Your Way programme, which is something that the guests can dip in and out of during their stay with us. And it started with our dining lifestyle, which we introduced in October about 18 months ago, where we we have menus in all of our restaurants for all the different dining choices. So you don't have a standard menu only, you have that, plus gluten-free, dairy-free, vegetarian and vegan menus. So everybody gets a full menu to choose from when they're dining in our restaurants. We very much deal with a cooking from scratch type concept. So a lot of our produce is homegrown in the gardens, and that then links us on to our sustainability. So because we're not transporting goods in plastic, we're actually doing our bit for sustainability by growing a lot of our own stuff on the island itself. We also have our own chicken coop where we can collect the fresh eggs every day, and our products within the room. So this actually is one of our wet cloth bags. So this is placed on the guest bed the night before they check out. They can have their last swim the next day, throw the wet cosy into the bag, and then pack it to go home. And this is part of a range of goods that we have. So the beach bags, laundry bags, hairdryer bags, etc., are all made from this, which is from recycled plastic, which is bottles that are taken from the rivers, and then we're actually preventing that from reaching our oceans. We've got a water sports centre and dive centre and an amazing house reef as well. For our younger guests, we've got the kids club, which similar to Dubai is from 4 to 12 and complimentary to the guests. And then Maldivian cooking classes, which take place in our gardens, are very much on the lines of a foraging lunch as well. And they actually mean that the guests go and actually pick the produce, then they spend the time with chef while he's cooking it, and they actually dine in the garden as well, which is really beautiful experience. As well as the lagoon pool, we've got our infinity pool that you can see there, which is also an amazing location for sundowners. And obviously being in the Maldives, it's very much a romantic setup. So we do renewal of vows, wedding proposals, dine by design for those special occasions at great locations around the island. And that's it from me. So thank you for joining us again today.
Thank you very much, Jill. I was going to say, when you was mentioning sundowners, we all love a good sundowner, and it looked a beautiful place for it. So
Definitely.
thank you for that.
No problem.
Brilliant. If you've got any questions for Jill, pop them into the Q&A for the attention of Jill. We're now popping it over to the Caribbean. Nancy, it's all yours.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sonesta Resort Sint Maarten. As I mentioned before, I'm going to take you for a little tour to our resorts on the beautiful island of Sint Maarten. And just to refresh your memory a little bit, making sure you know where we are situated. We are in the Eastern Caribbean, and we are half French and half Dutch. So a very unique setup of the island, amazing culture and history, and of course, tons of activities to see and to do there. And even some island hopping, right? While you're there, why not? So we are located on the southwestern part of the island, right by the famous airport. And we are on the Dutch side. The Dutch side is typically known as the more active side of the island, but the island is so small. So we always make sure to recommend our clients to go out and about, enjoy the island. And you will literally just see a sign on the side of the road welcoming you either to the Dutch or to the French side. And everybody speaks English, so that just makes it a little bit easier to travel around and explore. So we are located on the famous Maho Beach. I'm sure seeing this picture here, that will ring a bell if you weren't sure about our location yet. So that is, of course, our trademark and the best spot to see the planes come in. And we are located right behind there, so we have the best views there. 2 resorts, fully all-inclusive, not typically what you will find on the island of Sint Maarten. So we have a nice offer and a nice selection of possibilities there for your clients. With Sonesta Maho Beach Resort, Casino and Spa, that is our family-friendly resort, fully all-inclusive, and Sonesta Ocean Point, that is our luxury and adults only, also fully all-inclusive resort. They're right next to each other. And something I always like to explain is that you cannot really compare us to the big all-inclusive destinations. Our resorts are small and very walkable and right there by the ocean. So A few things I would like to point out here is where we are really located along the ocean side. So wherever you're sitting down, enjoying your food, enjoying your drinks, you have a nice ocean breeze and you have the ocean right in front of you. Another thing very important where we are so different is that we're right there in the Maho village. So when you walk out of the lobby, you have the casino across the street, the pharmacy, the grocery store, boutiques, restaurants, bars. There's a lot of life happening. You're right away part of the island vibe. You can just hop on the local bus driving by, and for $2, you drive to the next bay around. So again, very easy to go out and about and explore. And even two of our restaurants, they are located in the Maho village. So you walk out and you can still use your all-inclusive. How cool is that? Our clients definitely appreciate it. So let's take a deeper dive into Sonesta Maho Beach Resort Casino and Spa. This is really a perfect resort for all types of clients. Here we have, of course, our families with children, but also groups of friends, honeymooners, solo travelers, you name it. It works for everybody. We can see to the left side there, our kids club and also the kids pool with some aqua slides. And we also have some slides for the bigger ones in the main pool. 5 restaurants altogether, but of course, 2 of them, not to forget, right there in the Maho village. We have entertainment around the pool. We have the gym. We have the spa, everything you expect from an all-inclusive resort. Here we have a few shots of the pools. Of course, very popular swimmer bar. Also, that one is always a great attraction during the daytime. Food around the pool, entertainment around the pool, and everything, as I mentioned before, is so close by, everything within walking distance right there. So taking a look at the room categories, we try to keep it as simple as possible for you. We know that is always a tricky one, right? So as we have the 10 stories, as you can see, it's a rather large building. So the room categories will be defined mainly by the bedding, the type of bedding, and also by the views, depending what floor you are on. Size-wise, decor-wise, they're going to be the same. So we have either the king size bed with the pull-out couch or the 2 double beds, and you can actually book that as a room category. And then the lower layered floors are the garden views. Higher up, you get your pool view, and then of course your ocean views. We also have some connecting rooms. We do not guarantee them, however, you can request them, and we always try to accommodate those families as much as possible that request these. And we can accommodate up to 4 guests into all of our room categories at Sonesta Maho. We do have a few larger ones, which are our 1-bedroom garden view suites or ocean view suites. So here we have the king size bed in the master bedroom, and then in the adjoining living room, we have the pull-out couch, again, for maximum 4 guests in the room. Something I absolutely love, and we have that in both resorts, is our keyless entry. So you have your bracelet with your sensor, you hold it in front of the door, and the door opens up. So no digging into that beach bag to find your plastic little key there. So I absolutely love that. And something we have been working on and we launched at the end of 2024 is a new section, because the 9th and the 10th floor were transformed into the ultimate adults only club floors. So that is a beautiful new section that we have prepared for the adults only. So it's going to be maximum 2 guests in these rooms. We have king size bedding, but also 2 double beds, but maximum 2 guests. And what we did is on the 9th floor, we built a beautiful deck with the Cloud 9 bar with amazing views, as you can see there, of course, on the ocean, but also for those plane lovers on the runway right there on the airport. We have snacks available 24 hours and also a coffee bar. They have some more perks, too much to name here today, but it's definitely a well worth new category that our guests are absolutely enjoying. And of course, being on the 9th and the 10th floor, we get the best views of all there. Now, beaches are public in St. Maarten. However, we do have some private sections also in our resort, so that way our guests have the choice either to stay here, for example, on the Palms Beach, or just go 2 steps down to the public beach and enjoy the amazing shades of blue of the waters we have there. And of course, St. Maarten is a huge foodie island, and we also keep up to that level with our dining experiences all through the resort, where we have from Mexican to Italian to Asian fusion, and of course, so many more options. We also have our Maho Cafe, which is always a nice grab and go. Here we have some views on our Mexican dining. And here we have the whole list of them, not to forget the 2 restaurants we have in our little village to enjoy. And we're in the Caribbean, so you never have to walk too far to grab a nice cocktail. You have to stay hydrated, right? Very important. Now, groups and weddings are a big part of our business. So if that is your niche, you're definitely at a good spot here with us. We can offer you different types of meeting spaces, large, small ones, depending on what setup you're going to need. We have our sales team in resort who can help you with that as well. And we also do the weddings. What better spot to celebrate your perfect day there with on the beautiful beach of St. Maarten. Here we have a few different setup options. Great things to do there. And as mentioned before, we have our Serenity Spa and also our gym for those who like to stay on track during their vacation. And that brings us to our smaller Sonesta Ocean Point, adults only. So here we have 130 ocean view suites. So this one is 18 plus. Here we have a nice shot of our lobby area. And as mentioned before, they are right next door to each other. Here you can see how close actually Maho is in the background there. And when I talked about the ultimate adults only floors before, they also have access to one of the Ocean Point pools, which is the one we see here in front of us, the Seascape pool. And they can also access the state-of-the-art gym at Ocean Point, showing off here in the back of the Seascape pool. So a little bit more about Sonesta Ocean Point. We have 24 hours of room service here. It's going to be mainly geared towards couples because most room categories come with king-size bedding. We have also our higher ranked room categories with butler service available there and 3 restaurants exclusive for our Ocean Point guests. Here we can see quite a few of our swim out suites we have available. When talking about the room categories, I mentioned we have mainly the king size bedding. However, if you do have those ladies groups that are so popular, gentlemen groups not necessarily ready to share the bedding, we have the junior suite double available where we have 2 double beds and we can have up to 3 guests in those rooms. It's a very limited inventory, so you always have to make sure to grab them early in to make sure you get them there. And then we have our selection of butler service suites, like our rooftops, the penthouses, of course, they're always very popular with the wedding couples. They have a beautiful wraparound balcony and they can have a nice private gathering there with their family and their friends to celebrate their perfect day. Wherever you are in our resorts, you always have water in front, whether it's the pool, it's the ocean right behind it. So, and a perfect ocean breeze. We have very nice, consistent temperatures all over the year to enjoy the Caribbean climate. And here we have our state-of-the-art fitness at Sonesta Ocean Point. Some of our pool views here. We have quite a few pools there and also our little private beach that I mentioned before. Ocean Point is typically a much quieter resort than Maho. If you're looking for the action, you can definitely head over to Maho because that is one of the advantages. When staying at Sonesta Ocean Point, you can use both facilities. So you have the best of both worlds, especially for those guests traveling together, your multi-generational groups and families. They can all meet up on the family-friendly side, enjoy food and drinks and entertainment, and have an amazing time together. Just remember, it works only in that direction, so Maho guests will not be able to use the facilities at Ocean Point. Here we see again the Seascape pool, our newest pool that was opened at the end of December of 2024, as well as the gym at Ocean Point. One of my favorite spots to have a nice relaxing massage by the ocean at Ocean Point. I mentioned already, it's a very quiet, laid back resort. We do have entertainment, but it's going to be more like yoga, Pilates style. And of course, those looking for total relax, you can take care of that right here. And our dining options, we have 3 of them exclusive for our Ocean Point guests. Here, probably one of our most popular one, Azul Restaurant. It's very well known for its amazing location built on the cliff overlooking the ocean. We offer breakfast, lunch, and dinner with a daily changing menu there, and it's all part of the all-inclusive. Bluefin, I call it dining under the stars. an amazing spot, beautiful, relaxing, and of course, Portofino right by the ocean as well for a relaxing Italian dining experience. And also at Ocean Point, you have several options to get your hydration on point, of course. My favorite here is the Sunset Lounge, amazing views, and some live music accompanies that to have your pre or post dinner little cocktail to get in the mood, right? Stay at one, play at two, as mentioned. You are able to use all the facilities on the family-friendly side when staying at Ocean Point, so it's a great combination that works out really well for those families traveling together. We have the casino across the street, and here we also have a theater where we have entertainment happening during the week, so never too far to get your little gamble on. We do have our own app here, so Sonesta Resort St. Maarten app. Feel free to share that with your clients. That way they can really get excited to prepare for their upcoming vacation, and they will be able to explore all of the facilities there. And last but not least, our way to say thank you to all of you is via our program, our agent rewards program, My Maho Rewards. So if you're not registered yet, definitely make sure to do so. You get your cash rewards there for your bookings, and we really appreciate all the hard work you do. Don't forget, we have currently double rewards happening for our newest area, the Ultimate Adults Only Club Floor. So make sure to take advantage of that. And that brings us to the end of my little presentation. Thank you so much. I'm hoping that was helpful, and I hope to see you soon with us.
Thank you very much, Nancy. That was awesome. So I think we have got a few questions for you, so we'll be able to answer those shortly. So we're now leaving the beautiful Maho Beach, and we're heading over to the Bahamas. Sunnybell, are you there?
I am here, just starting my video here.
Excellent.
Can you hear me okay? Yes.
Oh, good.
Great. Let me share my screen. Here we are. Are you seeing the right screen?
Perfect.
Okay, good. So I represent the beautiful Ocean Club Resort in the Bahamas, Nassau Paradise Island, specifically in the Bahamas. And before I move on from this slide, I always like to highlight some of our top selling points that set us apart from other resorts in our particular destination. One of them is the style of resort that we are. Most of the properties in Nassau, Bahamas are mega resorts. Think, you know, Atlantis, Bahamar, 2,000, 3,000 rooms. In our case, we're an intimate 107 rooms. So it's a much different experience. Because of that, we're also able to offer a much more intimate experience on our beach, which from you can see in this image, it's exactly what our space looks like. There are no other resorts or businesses on either side of our property. We don't share our space. So because of that, the overall experience is much different, and not better or worse, just different. And we know some clients, and we rely on you to know this information about your clients, whether they would enjoy the hustle and bustle of a casino and that kind of environment, or if they're looking for a more quiet, peaceful, and intimate experience. With that said, since we're on Paradise Island, we do also have full complimentary access to Atlantis, which is down the beach from where we are. So our guests have the opportunity of enjoying the water park, the marine facilities, the casino, the nightclubs, the nightlife, and all of that, including all of the restaurants, which I learned the other day they have over 49 different restaurants to choose from, anything from a Starbucks to a Nobu, and anything in between. We do also have charging privileges. So if your clients do want to go have lunch or dinner at the Atlantis, they can do so. We have our house car that can take them to and from, and then they can charge whatever meals they want back to their room. So it's a very convenient offer, best of both worlds, I like to call it. The offer doesn't go the other way around. We unfortunately do not allow outside guests to our resort, and we don't offer day passes either. So how do you get to the Bahamas, or to Nassau specifically? So we're, again, an island within an island connected by a bridge. One of the best things about the Bahamas too is just one of the easier islands to get to in general in the Caribbean because of all of the airlift from the US and the UK as well. We have direct flights on BA straight from London Heathrow. So it's one of the easier islands to get to, and also one of the easier ones to get out of too, because we do have customs clearance done on island. So you're flying home domestic. We do have TSA pre-check and global entry as well. So a less stressful experience when you're returning home. And from the airport, we're a quick 35 to 40-minute drive, depending on the time of day. It's a quick 12, 13 miles away, so not a long distance. The resort, as I said, only has 107 rooms. Overall, just anything from your garden view rooms all the way up to 3 and 4 bedroom villa residences. So there is something for every price point and size of family. Restaurants and all sorts of activities, everything you would expect from a resort. The resort itself sits on 36 acres. So even though we're a small property of 107 rooms, we sit on a large piece of land that spans from the ocean all the way to the harbor. So there are tons of space for your guests to enjoy. And even at our highest occupancy levels, which is usually right around now, spring break and Easter, it never feels that way because of how spread out the property is. One of the most fascinating things about this property is just the history. It's been in the destination for 63 years, so it's an icon in the Bahamas. We've welcomed guests as far back as the Beatles. You have pictures there of the Beatles, Casino Royale, James Bond movie was in part filmed at our resort. So tons of history, and we love to highlight that in the black and white images that we have in our lobby and reception area. And you can recognize that driveway from the movie Casino Royale if you're a fan as well. We do also have a resident artist that uses our space as part of her gallery. She lives on island. Her name is Jane Waterous, and she has her artwork spread out all throughout, and you have the opportunity of purchasing the art while you're there. She lives at the Ocean Club Estates, and she loves to welcome guests over at her home when she's available. So if you do have an art lover, they are welcome to come over to her house and see the other part of her gallery in her working space at her home. And she loves to welcome our guests for that. We can send over a butler and cater and do everything so that your guests have an amazing experience with the artist. As far as accommodations, there is something for everyone depending on price point and size of family. So the resort itself has 2 different wings that offer 2 different size rooms, 2 different price points, location, style of room. So it really depends on your guest preference and budget as to where they would want to stay. The Hartford wing sits right in the center of the property. It's the closest to all of the activities, to all of the amenities. It's attached to the lobby, the spa. It's across from the main access point to the beach, the restaurants, the kids club. So typically families gravitate towards this side. The entire resort is family friendly, and we do have queen size sleeper sofas in every room type and also outer connecting options. So both are family friendly, but because of the proximity to the kids club, usually families like to gravitate over here. Here we have garden views, ocean views, and 1 and 2 bedroom suites. Our larger wing, the crescent wing, has a completely different style, as you can see. Rooms are larger by about 100 square feet, and they're set offside to the left of the resort, so it offers a little bit more privacy. So typically couples like to generate over to this or gravitate towards this side. All of the rooms are ocean facing, and we also do have 1 and 2 bedroom suites available. Again, queen size sleeper sofas. Some rooms have 2 queen beds, and they also offer the outer connecting options. We also have bungalows, plunge pool bungalows. These are fantastic for families. They're 2 bedroom, 2 bath. They have their own private plunge pool. The main thing to keep in mind with this particular category is that it does sit within the gardens of the property, so it does not have an ocean view. So if having an ocean view is a priority, this may not be the best option. But if they want more space and they like the little plunge pool, then this is exactly what they would need. 1 bedroom is king ensuite. The 2nd bedroom is 2 queens ensuite as well. And we do also have a queen sleeper sofa. So they can technically fit up to 8 in this particular accommodation, and we have 2 of these. Then we have our villa residences. These are the largest accommodations that we have. We have 3 of these in total. They have their own private infinity edge pool, direct private access to the beach, fully dedicated housekeeping team, butler team, and a chef come included. Daily breakfast is included, a la carte, chef prepared, and the service is included for the entire stay. Whatever they would consume outside of breakfast is what they would be charged for, but the service itself is included. A series of amenities also come included with the villas, including the private transfers, the cocktails and canapes in the evening, champagne on arrival. So there's, in addition to the resort amenities, these do have additional amenities. As you can see, they're sitting right up on the beach. The two on the edges are 3-bedroom villas, and the one in the center is a 4-bedroom villa. And the only difference between the 3 and the 4-bedroom villa is the 4th bedroom in the 4-bedroom villa is a detached ensuite king-bedded kind of bungalow within the gardens of the villa itself. So it's exactly 25 steps from that front door to the main front door of the villa. So this is really great for families that are traveling either with a nanny or with security, the in-laws, the rowdy teenagers, whoever draws the short end of the stick could get that 4th room, but they're still within the grounds of the villa, which is fantastic. As you can see there, they also have a full chef kitchen. So typically it's part of our private retreats program with Four Seasons. But most of our guests, and I've said earlier, I've been with the property for 10 years. I have yet to have a guest actually come to the resort and want to cook themselves. They do fully use the chef services, although if they did want to cook, that is definitely, they're free to do so. For restaurants, the resort has 2 main restaurants. So Dune Restaurant is a Chef Jean-Georges, which offers daily breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So that is the main restaurant. It's sitting right above the beach, which is very popular. And we do have another restaurant, Ocean Blue, which is more casual, and then 2 bars. Here's a few more images of that. So both are ocean facing, which is great for dining, for the overall experience. The resort itself faces north, so you are able to watch sunrises and sunsets from this location. I'd love to highlight our bartender, Keith Cash, there, who has been with us for 37 years. We have a lot of tenure at the resort, and I'm just the baby at 10. We have a beach attendant who's been with us for 52 years and everything in between. So lots of tenure at the resort. The resort also has everything you would expect. You have your spa, your fitness center, your kids for all seasons, complimentary activities, water sports, the Versailles Gardens, which offers beautiful strolls and picnics that you can put together. So everything you would expect at the resort. We also have 3 different pools. We have 1 adult only, 2 family friendly, including the one in the end, which is the kids family pool, 0 entry pool, which is great for the little ones, the ocean facing pool, and then the adult pool nestled within the gardens of the resort. And of course, our beautiful beach, which is what people normally come to us for. Typically, our guests are the type to lounge and relax. We're a grab a book and grab a hammock type of resort, where you're truly coming to disconnect and enjoy the facilities and the grounds, which are stunning. But if you do have guests that want to venture out of the resort and experience what the island itself has to offer, there are plenty of activities that we can put together with our concierge team. We don't have set itineraries of activities. We do have everything very bespoke depending on the level of activity and what kind of activities they'd like to do. But anything from yacht charters to island hopping, a little trip over to the Exumas to swim with the pigs, which is one of the most popular excursions, local food tours, gastronomy tours, city tours, history tours, pirate tours. So there's so many things that they can do at the resort or outside of the resort if they choose to explore. Or like most of our guests, as I mentioned, they just prefer to grab a hammock and grab a book and relax and really truly enjoy the beautiful resort and the environment, which is very relaxing. And that is all for me. I think I did that in record time.
That was very quick.
Quick and to the point.
Yeah, name dropping, loving the bees. Okay, I don't know if it is my internet or everybody else's, but can everybody hear me?
Now I
think it's
can.
mine. Okay, yeah,
Yes.
it's mine. We've got cloud weather and it always starts. Okay, we've got a few questions that have come in at the moment. So Tammy has asked for Nancy, are there exchange privileges between the Sonesta properties? You did cover this, but just to clarify it again.
Yes, so just to clarify, when staying at Sonesta Ocean Point, this is the adults only. You are able to use all the facilities on the family-friendly side, not the other way around though. So I hope that answered the question. If not, just feel free to let me know if you have any specific questions on that.
Okay, super. Nancy, can you put your contact details in the chat, please?
I will definitely do that.
Michael, I can see that you've already answered it yourself. Is Ocean Club all inclusive?
It is not. It is a la carte, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Nancy, do you have a room on the 9th or 10th floors to enjoy the new adult-only space?
If we have rooms, sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, to have rooms on the 9th or 10th floors to enjoy the new adult-only space.
Yes, we do have rooms there. It's 59 rooms altogether on between the 9th and the 10th floor.
Perfect. Jill, for the alchemy bar and Maldivian cooking classes, do you have to pre-book?
It is recommended, but a lot of our guests tend to book that either when they're in the island, or it might be that they do it. We have an app, and the team in the lounge at the airport tend to draw their attention to the app if they haven't used it already, and then they make the booking on the app.
Super. Thank you very much. At Maho and if all inclusive is included.
Sorry, I missed that. You're breaking up a little bit for me.
Yeah, I was going to try and move over onto my phone, but it's going to take too long. You're gonna lose me continually. What board base is offered at Maho and Ocean Point, and if all inclusive, are all the restaurants included?
Yes, so we only offer all inclusive. That is the only option. So very, very easy. All the restaurants are part of the all inclusive, so there's no extras to be paid there, and no reservations required for any of the restaurants, just to make sure to add that on as well.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, well, don't worry. If you do have any further questions as well, I will send a copy of the follow-up with the recording, and everybody will be copied in. You can reach out to them if there's anything else that you need. Okay, so now we have time to go to the chat. Make sure your drop-down says everyone, and we're going to ask you some questions. So as a reminder, everybody that's on the webinar today gets a prize draw point. If you are the fastest finger with the correct answer, you get 10 points. Then we put you all in a spin to win, and I will let you know the winners tomorrow. So Jill, you went first. So if you can fire away with your question, please.
I can, yes. So if we go back to the Dubai property, within JA, the resort where JA Palm Tree Court is based, how many restaurants and bars do we have for the guests? Oh, straight off there. Everyone was listening to that one. Yeah, the correct answer, 25.
Okay, I've just moved over to my phone quickly. So Nelson said 25.
Correct.
Is that?
It is, yes.
Perfect. Nelson, you have your points. Nancy.
So what is the name of our newest section at Sonesta Maho Beach Resort Casino and Spa?
Danny's already answered. He was very quick.
He was very quick.
Very, very quick.
Absolutely, and it's correct. The ultimate adults only club floors.
Perfect. Danny, you're on fire. Super, super. Thank you. So you have your points, Danny. And Sunnybell, sorry, I forgot to advise you this before, but I'm sure you remembered that you needed one.
Yeah, so we have so many to choose from, but I go to my go-to. Which famous spy movie was filmed in part at the Ocean Club? That's quick. Yeah, James Bond Casino Royale.
Okay, so that was Fiona. Fiona, you have your points. Ladies, thank you. Your presentations were super. I apologize for my internet being a bit temperamental, but yeah, it is what it is. If you do have anything else you need from them, don't forget these hotels are completely trade friendly. They're wanting to work with you, so please do drop them a note if you need anything. And it's Easter tomorrow, so have a great bank holiday weekend, everybody. And yeah, we'll see you all next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy Easter. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.